We are in such a negative space, man. They say the internet is dead. I say that it's dying. When you post something online, anything positive, you always have AI bots that come after it to derail the conversation. And then you're having an argument with trolls and AI bots. And it's a method behind the madness. There's men behind the machines, right? I think a lot of it is just these platforms run by these oligarchs to make sure that positive content can die and negativity can thrive. You see how there's this gender war that hasn't let up. Now it's got to the point where it's generational wars, where the baby boomers are this and Xers are that and millennials and Zoomers are this. That goes beyond gender and race and class, and it's generational as well. This division when it comes to masculinity and the messaging you see on media, it's still about the lone wolf. Even though the lone wolf as a man, it's like, okay, it's good to be the lone wolf, but in nature, the lone wolf dies if they stay in that state for too long. Being a lone wolf in nature is a transitional state. The wolf becomes a lone wolf to find their new pack, typically when they lose the fight to the alpha, but they don't stay in that state, and if they do, they die. And you have the wolf pack that thrives. Human beings are communal creatures. We thrive when we work together. But the ruling class, they don't want us to be a wolf pack, to be a union, to revolt, because you need people to do so. You need a community first, a support system to do so. So you always have this content pushing us apart to the point that you are defining masculinity through miseducation, that the lone wolf is the most masculine, when it's a fallacy. And you have it where you program machines to do your dirty work when you don't have to pay anybody else. Have the machine go out and do it. Try posting something positive if you haven't done this. Post something positive. Make a quick video on your phone and post it. And see how quickly you have people that are going to come after you. Okay? The saddest thing about all this is you ingest all this so much that you start to believe it's crap. This madness that it is the ultimate reward to be alone, because that's the thing that they're also pushing besides us being apart, right? How often do you see content that celebrates being alone? How great it is, how you find your peace through being alone. If you take the time to do some studying and understand that being alone, there's plenty of studies about this, being alone as a human being is detrimental to your mental and physical health. Believe me, they know that. And who is they? The people that pay the people that put these machines to work. The people that allow these machines to thrive on their platforms. Because there's a method behind this madness. And it's to make sure that we do not come together, that we work towards being apart. To the point that masculinity is not just about being the lone wolf, but also the ultimate reward. What you should be working towards is solitude. I'm tired of seeing that content. I know you're tired of seeing it too, because it's affecting men and women as well, about how that gender's trash, right? And the fact that you're better off being alone. You could find your peace being alone, but for how long? Forever. I'm all about taking breaks. I'm all about meditation, right? But not in this permanent state where you're just by yourself. It's funny how these rich people, these people that run this country and the world, how they always stick together. How they run in packs, don't they? Because they know that's how you get things done. And it's always been like that. We knew that. But we forgot it. I don't really blame us, because this is powerful work. There's a lot of psychology in this, a lot of money spent to making sure that the strategy works. And it has been working really well, because how often do you hear other people outside of social media who are very cynical because they think that's what adulthood is cynicism. It's not. And especially as a man, we want to be a provider for ourselves, for a better life, and for the people that we love. Men love to provide. But when you are driven to madness, to where you're told you can't trust other people. You're miseducated on purpose of what a real man is. And you are driven away from your tribe, from your people, because it's all about being alone. Well, you don't know what to do and you're powerless. We need each other. They know that. And all I can say is we need to start waking up and start to understand the truth of how much we need each other in order to come together and to be able to have more freedoms, to be able to live the life we want to live. So if you like positive content like this, you have to subscribe and help it thrive, because I think this will be another way to battle the algorithm. Thanks for watching.